brain feeling a bit fuzzy? Might be that show Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. It's on every Monday and Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. It gets to you. Live audio on TuneIn Radio and Spreaker.com. Plus live video on Ustream.tv. From the demented minds at ArmedRadioGlobal.com.
Apparently our audio is not going to play. There we go. It's Monday night. Time for some straight talk.
Check this out.
Yep, time for some straight talk. There's your host, Matt Hasley, coming at you for the next hour or so. Special thanks to our sponsors out there, eat24.com. If you ate yet, well, log on to eat24.com, download that app for your favorite mobile device. Click, order, and eat. Also, hotsaucevault.com. Louis got it, hottest of the hot, wimpy for the wimp, you name it. He's got it, hotsaucevault.com. Gag gifts, everything. We got golf news. We got, I tell you what, it's been one of them days where I've been so busy trying to prepare. George, welcome to the show. That we were finishing up construction of our building. Daniel, welcome to the show. And we had to move everything. So I've been just, it had been going one of them days. Welcome to the show, Daniel. Thanks for stopping in. We have, we're going to talk a little bit about golf news. We're going to talk about recent, the terror stuff going on in London. I'm watching a little bit on the news right now. They're talking about it. But we're going to talk about a lot of people overlook. And we're going to hit on that later. And a lot of people don't realize, they just live day to day and they don't even think about they don't think about the past. But today is eve of a very special day. But I wanted to talk about the PGA Tour news. You got to give credit to Jason Duffner to hang on, seal a win. What a roller coaster ride he had. He goes 65-65, leads by 5, I think it was, after 2 days. Then after 3 days, he's losing by 4. And then he ends up winning by 3. I mean, talk about a roller coaster ride there. You wonder if his stomach had to be, running blenders in his belly or something, But there was an article that came out that he has been doing a special type of breathing technique. And what it allows him, and it's kind of like what like a special forces sniper would use. And a person that, knows how to shoot a rifle, or any handgun, you're supposed to use proper breathing techniques. And what he's using, rather than holding your breath or inhaling right as you do, right as you make a stroke. He was 30 of 32 from inside 10 feet. And Duffner, I guess not known for his putting, finished 47th in strokes gained putting for the week. But Duffner's new routine, he started when a friend sent him a study completed by a doctor who works with sniper in the Marines. It detailed how they focus on their breathing. And a lot of people, you think, well, what would that have anything to do with golf? Well, the nerves in golf, just like nerves in shooting. When you have erratic breathing, well, it's hard to make a controlled, smooth putting stroke. And so I guarantee you, after this weekend, a lot more players are going to be looking into it. And you're going to see amateur players looking into it, which is, I think it's a great idea. It makes total sense for you to learn how to control your breathing so you can focus and complete the stroke like you intend to. So, I mean, looking at him coming up for the U.S. Open, which is in not this coming up weekend, but the following weekend, 12th through the 16th, I think it is, at Erin Hills in Erin Hills, Wisconsin. He looks like he's going to be one to be reckoned with. Dustin Johnson had a bad day, or bad week. He did not play very good. I think he was 7 over for 2 rounds or something like that. Which is, you know, for being a long hitter like he is, that's just kind of shocking. But coming up in, not this weekend, but next weekend, like I said, it's 12th to the 18th. It's U.S. Open is going to be contested in Wisconsin for the first time. They've had the PGA in Wisconsin, but not the U.S. Open. And it's at Erin Hills. And a local boy who had been tried to get an exemption. They turned him down for an exemption. But Steve Stricker, who is a local boy, went out and earned it the hard way. After he wrote the USGA for a special exemption, but got denied. Stricker shot 67-65 at a sectional qualifier in Ridgeway at Germantown Country Club on Monday and earned a spot in a 156-player field. He said it might be the easy way, Steve said Stricker, whose 10 under par total put him alone at the top when a storm halted play with a handful of players still out on the course. Easier than trying to, it's nice to be able to go there and play. I'm excited. I'm happy it all worked out. Glad to see him in the field. You know, I guess he's played Erin Hills a bunch. But you look at Phil Mickelson is skipping the Open. And I think it's for a great reason. Lawrence, thanks. Welcome to my show. Kirk, welcome to the show. But Phil Mickelson's skipping it so he can go to his daughter's graduation. So I guess this is the only... he hasn't won the U.S. Open. He's won the Masters, the Open Championship, which is the British Open, we call it, and the PGA. So his career Grand Slam, he's skipping this year. And I got to give him credit, to put family first. That's a cool thing for him to do. And he's not going to get to see his daughter. He's only going to see her graduate once. So that's a neat thing. But they also, with Erin Hills with the U.S. Open coming up, they are training 1,200 security positions just for crowd control. Doing, they said security will be tight at U.S. Open in Erin Hills. But it was teaching them how to, use a wand detection for handheld metal detectors, what do you call them, for, pat-down searches. You got to think about, this is, some of the things that people overlook. The average person doesn't think about security when you run an event like this. It says, he goes, there's tons of things to consider before you leave your house. Don't bring cameras, cell phones, have to be smaller than 7 inches. The bag has to be 6 by 6 by 6, they said. So, you can't have a lot of stuff. I'm surprised they're letting them bring cell phones in. It's recommended you arrive 90 minutes before the tee times to allow potential long lines. Oh, yeah. So, imagine that. 1,200 people, and they're paid between $10 to $12 an hour doing that. So, that's a lot of people. So, hopefully, the tournament goes off without a hitch. I'm hoping there won't be any problems. You never know. Justin, welcome to the show. Coal mine. What's up with that? Long time no see or talk to. But I found some old photos of the, it would have been Lincoln Highway. And they were all posted, Lincoln Highway tournament. And I found them where a picture of you and I standing together. I'm trying to get me to crack. Oh, yeah. All right. But it was, there was a photo of you and I standing there talking. I don't know what it was about, but something. And it was probably about how your round played. And I think, I can't think of his name. One of them was doing scoring for, it wasn't Hubs. But, yep, that was an old photo I found. I was a lot younger, a lot less gray hair, and a lot lighter, too. So, yeah, it's amazing how time flies. That was, 18, 19 years ago. Hard to believe. Yep, I got one. You wouldn't believe it. Corey, my son Corey, has graduated from high school. And CJ, welcome to the show. But, you think back of all the days we used to play at Emerald Hill and everything like that, and think about how we putted everything out. We were talking about, gimme pots and stuff. They're talking about ways to speed up tour play, rounds and stuff like that. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, Nate, I haven't seen Nate forever. I talked to, it's been a couple of years, maybe last year before I talked to Hubs or whatever. I was talking to Chip about something. And, but yeah, it's, you guys come down. Remember coming down? Come on down and tear it up. Tear up the duck. Yeah. But, no, it's hard to believe when, you think about time flies and next thing you know, it's 10, 15 years later and you're like, holy crap. But, yeah, I looked at a picture of when I was at Emerald Hill and how dark my hair was. And I'm like, it's not there anymore. Nope. I still remember to this day about going to the General and Hubs birding the ninth hole to shoot 51. So that was just it was one of them days. So yeah, it happens. So are you guys going to make a trip up to Erin Hills and go see the U.S. Open next week? I would love to, but I'm going to actually be in next week. I'll be heading out to Pennsylvania. Yeah, good thing you bought. That was cold. Yeah, that was one of those days. Oh, it's going to be 65, and I don't think it ever made it out of the 50s, and the wind was howling, and I remember that, hey, let's play the four-star tees. Yeah, that's always a good one. So, yeah, I'm heading out to Pennsylvania next week. I got to take my son out for registration. He's going to register for Valley Forge Junior Military College. If you don't know where that is, that's where they made the movie Taps. So, yep, he's got a scholarship to there for. So, pretty cool. I think he'll like it. It'll be a little change for him. Not the pampered life. He's going to be a little shocked when he doesn't, got somebody yelling at him other than me and his mother. So, Jeff, welcome to the show. He hit at 235. Hubs always was a long ball. No, I haven't played much at all. I haven't played this year at all. It's been so busy. And Jeff, I like your icon there. I think Moose and I were, Justin and I were set to go to the Cubs game one year. Scott, welcome to the show. It was, we had tickets for the Cubs game, and they canceled baseball. So what does that tell you? Yeah, we're all set to go up to the Cubs game and sit in the bleacher seats and probably act like more like fools like we shouldn't be. But, yeah, they canceled baseball 9/12/01. I do remember that. Yeah, I still remember. I tell the story every once in a while. Well, not too often. But I tell the story about you and I were in the playing, and we were like to the 17th hole, and I kept driving it in the one left fairway bunker at Emerald, and you kept telling me, just lay up. And I kept trying to hit I don't know, it was a fairway wood or hybrid out of the bunker, and the car honked at me going by, and I went like this to flip him off, and I went, I can't do this. I'm the pro. I was so mad. I still remember that to this day. Yep. That was when I really cared about playing good, so. Yeah. Yeah, and then I think the very next hole, or what I did, finally I hit it in the bunker, hit it on the green, and I was like, yeah, take that. And then the very next hole I hit it in the next bunker. So, yeah, it happens. Yeah, I think back at some of the stuff. I think back about Eric Hinkle when he hit the one tree about 100 yards out and to come back and almost hit him in the head. So, talked about that on Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, I still remember when you went through a whole thing of, I don't know if they were Tourable Autos or Pro V1s at that time. I don't remember if they were Titleist, but a brand new dozen golf balls. Stand there hooking them out of bounds onto Lincoln Highway there for like in around, and you were like, screw it, I'm hitting this. And I was just like, what are you doing? And you just kept hitting them out, snap hooking them out of bounds. I was just like, yeah. Yep, some stories never get old, yep. Yeah, I think about some of the parties that used to be out there, and I would stay out there for till sometimes it was midnight, trying to close up these wedding parties and stuff. Man, it was a fun place to work. So CJ knows what it's like. He was there. So yeah, that was Big Tin Cup before this Tin Cup, right? Yeah, that was a fun. We had a lot of fun. I think back of thinking about some of the the Knox, Bobby Knox, and you think about them, and there was a ton of people that that we all had good games playing together. Getting 20, 30 guys. That's that was a you'd have groups, 3-4 groups or whatever, and so that was always fun. But yeah, miss the old days. Don't get to play in there as much as I do, or like to. I haven't been going to Florida for the last couple of years, so I mean that's the thing. Get to watch a lot of it on TV, which is not as much fun. I'd rather than a lot of people go, oh, golf is boring to watch. I agree, it is. Unless it's about the only tournament I really like to watch, and I'll sit down and watch, is the Masters. There's something about the Masters that does it. And some year I'd like to go down there. One lady that plays in my ladies' league on Thursdays, her son is a co-superintendent there. So she gets to go down and play it every year. I'm like, yeah, rub it in. But no, it's yeah, I agree. There's something I won't ever forget either. I mean, that's just there's stories. I still tell everybody the story about you singing Kenny Rogers tunes to the guy when you were caddying for me. That was hilarious. Go to a qualifier and you get to a PGA Tour qualifying tournament, and you're there. And Nate, welcome to the show. And so you're ready to tee it on the first tee, and you're pulling out your golf balls because you got to identify what golf ball you're playing, and you have to play the same type of golf ball throughout the whole round. So I said, I'm playing a Titleist Tour Blata or whatever, and the other guy's a Titleist whatever, and third guy Titleist, and the last guy goes, "Oh wait, I'm playing a. Oh wait a minute, Mike, welcome to the show. I'm playing a Top Flight XL 2000 Aero Extra Carry." I about lost it. I was, yeah. Okay, he already said he's nutted one for 235 earlier. Justin did. He said Hubs nutted one for 235, but I still do remember that day. I'm playing an XL 2000 Aero Extra Carry. I'm like, wow. You just don't expect to have it. And I still remember we're all on the green on 8 and playing a 2007 Titleist driver. Solid round 85. Yeah. Yeah. And he says, he goes something like, first guy to make it, we all got for all of us to make it. And we looked at each other like, duh. Yeah, that was a comical. Altina, welcome to the show. It's just, you think back at some of the things that happen, and you think the comical things that happen. Yeah, it was a fun place to work. We had a lot of characters, and I tell you what, where I'm at now, Peter, welcome to the show. We got a lot of characters too. There's always something funny that's happening. There's always, you think of all the crazy things that go on. Like, you never go, I don't think I can go a year without somebody wrecking a cart or something. We had, we already talked about that. You don't have to bring that back up. That's a little sore subject. Went down. Well, great post-shot reactions at everyone. Yeah. Hey, Peter, welcome to the show. I already talked about that. I said I said I hooked it in that left bunker on 17, I don't know how many times, and I would not take no for an answer and hit a fairway wood out of that bunker every time. And I kept topping it in the pond or whatever, and that car horned me going by, and I put up both hands to flip him off, and I tell you what, the fingers didn't come up, but boy, I tell you what, they wanted to. And that was when I was beating the sand with the 3-wood. I forgot that part. I forgot to add in that part. Yep, that was comical. That was probably one of my ultimate meltdowns, and you just shake your head and laugh at that now. I mean, I think we've all had those meltdowns in one way or another. Yeah. I don't get too angry about most anything anymore on the golf tournament or playing around a golf anymore because, one, I don't expect to play that well. But that was always we played in it. I always liked about when we played in our groups. No gimmies, everything was putted out. Didn't matter. There was no tap in gimmies, and that's because I always felt that you guys as college kids and college players and young good players that can play amateur tournaments and stuff like that, I felt that you had to do is you were never going to get a gimme given to you. You don't play in any tournaments like that where they give gimmies. And you might play a match play occasionally, but majority of the time you play a stroke play event. So that's why I said we always played the rule, and there was nobody arguing. Songwriter Randy, welcome to the show. There was no arguing over it. Yeah, I need gimmies now. Put like Dave Bates. Oh my God, that's a blast for the past right there. Oh my God, is he still kicking around? I hope so. He was such a character. But I had not heard that name in a while. But I have heard Sledge Stroke, yeah. I had seen your boy, Tom Letty. He stopped down once. No way. What? No. You guys are giving me the BS. No, I can't believe that. But I see that also my former ranger is now the police chief in Sterling. Glad to see that. Good guy. Timmy's a good guy. Truth, really? You're kidding me. Well, you think about all, I guess when, wow, I just find that hard to believe. I mean, that's sad. He dropped a long ways. You think of that, I think after I left, they kind of put him temporarily in charge, I think, didn't they? Bourbon's gotta wear something. But hey, Nate, maybe you can ask how's old Camaro doing? Cameron. The demon Matt Spawn busted him. Matt Spawn? Yep, Wilson. $3 a dozen. Yeah. Or Cameron. Camaro. He used to get so mad at that. So I was telling him, I said we used to hang out there during the outings and play video games. So yeah, golf has been good to me. I tell you what, the golf game for working at a facility, I've been lucky enough to stay with one for this long. It's I actually talked to old coach. He stopped down, bought some wedges from me for his daughter. He's living in Texas. Wow. Well, yeah, tell him I said hi. But no, it's you think back of all the people you run into, and then when you start, it's like, yeah, his name is Cameron, so we called him Camaro because that's when we were playing I don't know, it was a Tiger Woods game, it was a video game or whatever. That's as many letters as it would take. And so he would type in, so we called him Camaro. And he used to get all flustered every time we go Camaro. But no, it's we think back at some of the guys that we dealt with, or I think about some of the goofy stuff that happened, and I tell you what, they're like folklore to this day. I think about going down to Orlando for the PGA show and going with my dad and my brother, and a lot of the things that happened down there, and you just laugh at some of the things that happen now because I can't believe some of the things that happened. Like my dad telling two guys to shut the F up in the middle in a restaurant. I'm like, at that time he was, that's got to be close to 10 years ago. So he was 73 or 75 years old at that time, and you're just like, holy crap. And I'm like, am I going to have to fight these guys for you, So yeah, it was a comical, fun times, a lot of fun. Because I think about how long it's been since oh God, I don't think we've gone down there the last 2-3 years. So it's got to be 8-10 years ago at least. But yeah, it's hard to believe this is my 17th season at the Duck. So, you think about, we're talking 18, 19, 20, 21 years ago when we were hanging out up in Sterling. So, yeah, times changed. A lot of gray hair. Still got it, though. That's the one thing. And no, it's not just for men, or what do they call that, where you get no, you gave me doll hair. No, it's not. Ronnie B, welcome to the show. No, it's not implants, that's for sure. And thanks to Tony Street, he educated me on ladies' code. So now I know what that is. I didn't know last week, and I should know because it's from Korea. Ladies' Code is a group that's from South Korea. And actually, I like the one song. Justin and Nate would probably give me crap about it, but hey, I listen a little bit of everything. So, yeah, you got... I'm not quite sure what they're saying, but I don't speak Korean like I used to. So that's been, oh God, you think back, that's been Shaka Khan. No. But I do have that, if you want to hear that. Let me see. I think I actually have that. Do I have it? I'm wondering. Sound like the start of a show. Kids should be watching 11 p.m. on Saturday. Yeah, with the squiggly line. I remember how cross-eyed I was when I was a kid trying to watch the porn stuff on Cinemax when I was a kid because you couldn't, they wouldn't block the channel enough. You could still see. Oh, wait, that was a boob. That was a boob. Ronnie B. If you guys don't know who Ronnie B. is he was America's Got Talent semifinalist, and he has a new song called "Drop It Like It's Sexy." So, and I'm doing good, Ronnie. Thanks for stopping in. I not quite sure what I did with I play a little Peaches and Herb if you want, maybe a little bit of that, or maybe Shake or Groove thing. How about that? But scrambled porner. I mean, I swear you'd be watching that and you go, I swear, wait a minute, that was an elbow. No, I just saw, you'd be just like, I just saw a boob, and Hall and Oates, yeah. Hey, Hall and Oates, Now you're gonna make me have to look that up, see if I got any Hall and Oates on here. As a matter of fact, you're gonna, hey, how about this? Maybe, Where's that hat, Cap? How about this? You think it's just one song. I got the whole album. And I said I would wear a cap for Ronnie B. And there it is. Cubbies, baby. Or maybe a little bit of Say It Isn't So. It's an all request line there, yeah. Yeah. Or one of my favorite. You probably don't even know who it is. Let me see if I can. Here we go. Maybe this one will get you. They actually perform this song too.
Hey boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you?
Yeah, there you go. When the Sheriff Brown come for you. No, we had a weird incident here that was locally, where apparently they had a guy was supposed to testify for a burglary and didn't show up for the testifying, and he ended up ever seen that and he didn't show up for court. Well, and then he was found. They thought it originally was a 14-year-old kid. And ended up being a 35-year-old man that was only 5 foot tall, and they lit him on fire and burned him. John Jules. John Jewell. Oh, that was hilarious. Now I know what you're talking about. Oh, that is so bad. Yeah, ask Hubs about that. He walked into the bathroom, John Jewell, and yeah, if you guys aren't wondering who this guy is, and I feel bad for him because he's passed away, but he was a golfer that he was clockwork right to the bathroom when he first got there. He was a senior. Into the bathroom, use the bathroom. Well, I don't know what his medication was or whatever it was, but he would immediately have to go to the bathroom, and once he hit the bathroom, as he was dropping his pants, he was spraying it everywhere. He is dead. He doesn't care anymore. No, but his family might. So I didn't want to be mean to his family. So, but that's not the thing. And it almost crapped all over Hubs. And Hubs is like, oh, like, what the hell's going on? But when we wouldn't open up the shop till 8 in the fall, he'd come out there to play. And he'd get up there, try the door, and see the door's locked, and he'd run to his car, drive down Holly Road to the porta potty rather than going home. And he'd go to the porta potty on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tee. He used the porta potty on the 6th hole. And when he'd come back, he's got this big brown spot in the back of his pants. That's when you have no shame. When you don't care. When you just crap your pants and you don't care. You're like, whatever. I don't care. So you just hope you don't get the card after that, that individual. Incontinent Kathy, as you call him, and you're just like, oh my. So, yeah, I remember one of the guys come out playing, and he was like, he came back into the shop and he said, hey, Matt, can I ask you, can I go back out and finish my round? I've been sick, and I haven't been feeling good, and, I've been, coughing, and his buddy goes, and he shit his pants, like that. And he says, yeah, and he's all being, drive past Jerry Bianchi walking on the whole 5. But so he says, yeah, I was over in Hull. I said, don't even tell me. I don't want to know where you were at when you had to drop your pants and take a crap, That's because I don't want to hook a ball over there and go, hey, am I in the right spot, Because that's called a lost ball, unplayable lie. I'm sorry. But I'm taking a free drop if I land it in some human crap. So, you guys are busting out some names from the past for me. I haven't heard those in a while. I always think of every time I think of Pete Prescott. Every time I see the Candlelight Inn when the two guys clinking glasses at the beginning, I think of Petey out there. So, right at the end of the commercial, I think it is. So, no, I'm thinking back at some of the names, man. I see, what's his name, still selling cars. But, Moose, you didn't comment. I said I saw your boy. He stopped down here with, Carla, his wife. Remember we had to move his pool table? Yeah. That was, I tell you what, one of the heaviest flipping pool tables I've ever seen. And we end up helping, kind of got, yeah, gold chain, yeah, that's right. We ended up getting roped into helping, and we did all the work. Yeah, still trying to forget him. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Laddie, that's what they call Laddie. But I still remember when he broke the club, swinging in the shop. Kangol hat. Oh, I hated those Kangol hats, or what do they call them things? Oh, Tom Weisskopf things. But I remember when he broke the club swinging in the shop and denied it. And so, yeah, Moose is still a legend. I always tell people, I said, when they try to put a lot of ketchup on a TJ's birds, yeah, when try to put a lot of ketchup on a chicken or a sandwich or whatever, I go, nah, you guys don't even know what a lot of ketchup looks like. I'm like, you couldn't even see the chicken. You know, that's how much ketchup Moose used. But what was her name? I can't remember. She worked in the concessions. And she was always... let me see. I'm trying to read that. Me and my good friend, Fire Chief Robert in Kingman, Arizona, in Bush Hideout, when another hunter backed up his ass up to Robert, unknown he was there, started shit everywhere. Sandy, that's right. I said, Sandy, make it with that enough love to make it taste good. Yeah. Oh, Pam. Now I remember who you're talking about. Yeah. You mean like a little troll, or are you trolling her like you're on her Facebook? I still remember they told us we used to submit mileage sheets and everything for how much you drove your own personal vehicle. And after 3 years or 2 years, I said, all of a sudden, Phil comes up to me and he goes, hey, he goes, did you, says, do you have any the new mileage sheets for Sandy? And I'm like, what do you mean? You told me to stop submitting them 2 years ago. Yeah, that's true. I still remember we had oh God, what was her name? She went to University of Wisconsin Platteville, where she tried. We had the fire in the kitchen, and Dave told her to call 911, and she said, "What's the number?" 911. You know, damn kitchen's on fire. She's like, what's the number? I'm down teaching a lesson. All of a sudden, I see a fire truck coming down Prairieville Road, balls ass, and I'm like, the hell is that going? All of a sudden, I hear him downshift. Oh, I gotta go. Yeah, that was crazy. Look in, you can't even see through the place. I mean, it's just solid smoke in an A-frame clubhouse, and people don't realize those grease fryers, when those thermostats break, it just keeps going hotter and hotter and hotter until all of a sudden it starts bursting into flames, shooting, the grease is hopping out of the fryer. And, it burned up the halon system or whatever it was, or the emergency system. And he yells out, call 911. What's the number? Yeah, I still remember we had a tournament going on, and we weren't letting people out. We were sending them over to the 1-9, and he was like, "Oh, Bob, yeah, remember good old Bob, yeah. What's the call-in number? Yeah, 1-800-508-5431." But yeah, and she takes off to go get people to bring them off the golf course, and I'm like, oh God, I can't remember her name, and I'm yelling at her, "Hey!" And finally she turns around, what? And she looks at me, and she's driving, and her tire is so flat that she's driving like this. And she can't figure out that she's got a flat tire. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But that's the way it is. You get... We had a girl down here, no lie. She's driving our beer cart, hits a bump, and it throws her completely out of the cart and smashes into a tree. But, yeah, she hit a tree stump, a little tree stump that was sticking up out of the ground, and you couldn't see it with all the clover that was around it. It was back on the far side of the golf course where they don't, there's not play. And she was going around behind one of the greens and runs over a tree stump. Boop, right into a tree. The Emerald Hill, same time as that had red hair. I'm not quite sure if I do or not. I don't know. What was her first name? You'd have to tell me her name. Angie. God, I don't know. I'd have to see a picture. I think I have Alzheimer's or whatever. Or part-timers or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I can't. There's a wrong number. Let me make sure. I think I gave you the right number. I got it forwarded on my phone. One 800-508-5431. That's what it is. You know what? It's probably they probably don't have the numbers transferred over. That or you can call my Skype 712-522-4689. Yeah. My son, we were out playing and actually shanked it off the end of his golf club and smoked her right in the back when she was driving by in a beer cart. And add insult to injury, she just had like surgery on her side or something like that. So it hit her right in the surgery. This girl was bawling in the cart. And Corey's just like, he was only like 10 years old at that time, maybe 11. He felt miserable. Yeah, he was just like, I don't know what to do, I mean, what do you do as a kid that's, he might have been 12 at most, 6-7 years ago, and he just smoked this beer cart girl. Yeah, I still, I think it was, before I started there, they had that one golf outing where the people were parachuting in on the 18th hole and stuff like that. That was crazy. Yeah, we have, talking about a little bit in the news, I talked about Jason's Duffner new putting style. Or putting technique. And I think that's a great idea. But I could see this is another thing. I can see Joe Rocks from Night Talk with Joe Rocks doing this. There is apparently a yoga enthusiast in Aurora, Colorado, that police have received multiple 911 calls about a man doing yoga in the morning in the nude. So, buck-ass naked doing yoga. So, I don't understand what you want. Yoga sucks, by the way. Yoga is torture. But no, and then they got hot yoga? Yeah, okay. I'll pass on that too. We have the phone's ringing upstairs. I hope it's not coming over the air. I can hear it ringing. You're talking about Tiger. I think it was a little overkill where they did 15 minutes of his dash cam video and then put it out, and then 13 minutes of his video of him in the clubhouse, or not clubhouse. I mean, police station. Going through all the different stuff. I'm like, that's a little overkill. Whether you're a Tiger fan or not, come on. You're beating a dead horse. It gets a little old. Yeah. He's always struggled with the drive. I thought it was a 2-iron. Yeah, he gets to get back on the skanks and find his game. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, karate. And then nude after coffee. Is that Holly weird? Maybe. Might be the norm out there. I don't know. But, yeah. I think Tiger just needs to play. I mean, when you're getting advice from John Daly, you need to just tee it up. Yeah. You know, I think you need to do is get the game, you know, get it going, start playing again. I think that he's trying to, I mean, if you're back, once his back's healthy, he needs to play more tournaments. That's the problem, is they play too little now. You get these, you know, the phenoms, or whatever they call them. Oh, let's play 9 events a year because we're so great. We'll just gear up for the majors. Well, I think Tiger needs to pay back to John Deere Classic. I think he needs to do his, I think he is. Well, I mean, as long as he's been on him, I'd be very surprised he's not. I mean, he took him for how many years? He had, 8 back surgeries, or what? He had a microfractured knee surgery. He also had knee surgery several times and back surgery, 3 or 4 times. So, yeah, I bet you he is. I bet you he overdosed on pain pills or whatever like that. And lucky, I'm sorry, they must not have the number transferred over, Peter, but my Skype should work. I don't know why they're not getting that. 712-522-4689. Yeah, you look at, I'm only on for the next 8 minutes, so, yeah, it's been, I tell you what, ever since he did that thing with his right, I got to agree with it. I mean, I wouldn't say a fast downward spiral, but not great. I mean, it was crazy how good he was. I still remember, you know him winning 7, 8 in a row, and you're just like going, wow. And then winning the PGA, or what I think it was, the U.S. Open the one year by 15 shots at Pebble Beach, and you're just like, holy crap! And he just blew everybody away. And then to look at now, I mean, he was never a great driver of the ball, but he had his putting was just made up for everything. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, he beat Rocco on a broken leg. You're on with Straight Talk.
What's going on?
What's up, Peter?
Doctor, you finally said it correctly. You still on air?
Yeah, I'm still on air. I got about 6 minutes left.
6 minutes?
Yep.
Well, what conversation you want to have?
You like the hat?
About golf or Tiger or whatever.
You like the hat?
We can have it.
No, do you like the hat there?
Oh, I love your hat. I've got it tattooed on my right arm.
Yeah, I know. Did you finish it off?
Not yet. I just haven't had time. It's called tree cutting season.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. You've been busy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, luckily we haven't had too many storms to take stuff down. That's the good thing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, last October 6th is where your golf course got a little bit of damage. Actually, a lot of damage.
Yeah, we lost 38 trees from that tornado. And
yeah, that was bad.
Oh, I tell you what, it changes the look of it completely on that front 9. And
yeah. Not only that is that tornado started in my backyard, and then so I went and worked gangbusters for like 3 days straight. Morning till dark, and then I get home on the 9th, which was in the 6th, which was a Thursday, and then on the 9th I almost cut my leg off in my own backyard.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yep. Whatever.
Hey, Justin, thanks for stopping by. Hey, we'll get back. I'll have you guys all on for a show, and we'll do a rehash stories there. So, yeah, we had a guy we're talking about old Emerald Hill stories from up in Sterling when I was a pro up there. We had a guy who was cutting, sawing up a log. All the safety gear on, had the chaps, had the helmet, the gloves, you name it. And he's sawing away, and that wood shifted and hit him in the forehead, knocked him out. And when he went back, he had the chainsaw in his hand, and he's gripping it, and the thing is running wide open. And he fell back, hit the ground, and the chainsaw dug in the ground next to his head. And then he went back like this, and it hit his leg and just whoop and stopped. and they he's lucky to be alive. You think about that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So they got him up, and he was still unconscious. They take him to the maintenance building as quick as they can, called an ambulance to come for him, and he starts coming around. He goes, "Yeah, I think I'm okay. I think I can go back out." And they're like, "No, no way." I mean, that tree you got a helmet on and everything, and it still knocked you out. Yeah, you need to do is take the rest of the day off. Make sure your brain's in there. But yeah,
one of my top guys. I wear a hard hat every day. I should wear some. Actually, playing golf, but I wear it every day at work. And one of my top guys dropped a branch on me on Saturday, and it knocked me silly. And I still had my hard hat on.
Yeah, tell you what, you really got to watch yourself.
Yep. But back to golf. Have you played yet this year?
No.
Damn it.
No, and
Matthew?
I'm I don't know if you realize I got diagnosed with diverticulitis, so I've been sick on her dog for the last week.
My dad's been through it.
So tonight was the first night I was actually able to eat something and keep it down, and
right.
It was blended up mashed potatoes. So that was the only thing I can eat. It's got to be completely blended up. My problem is my intestines are all infected right now, so I'm like, I've been, was it over for the last 2-3 days? The only thing I've had is I had 3 popsicles yesterday. That was it.
Well, it's probably good for you though.
Oh, probably. Get the clear it out of my system. I need to lose some weight, that's for sure. But
well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I understand that. I didn't want to quite lose it this way though. But
no, you don't ever want to.
But no, I'm and then next week I got a junior tournament this Friday, and then next week I got to take my boy out to Pennsylvania. So I don't know when I'm going to get a chance. It just seems like it snowballs, and you get so busy, and next you know, oh crap, it's like August, and then September, and you're like, oh crap, it's snow's coming, and you're like, I don't want to play when it's that cold. But
yeah,
and we haven't been going south for the winter. My dad, my brother, and I, because the last 2 winters before this one, my dad, one he broke his wrist, and the other one he broke his foot.
Jesus, we're gonna have to talk to the old man.
Yeah, he's healed up now, so, but he's not playing much golf. He just, I don't know if he has the desire for it, or he just, I don't know if he has the energy for it. Being 83, he just kind of losing his drive for it. I'd love to see him come out and play.
It is what it is.
Emily, welcome to the show. Yeah, I mean he still goes to Red Hawk every day, and I'm so happy to see that. I can't wait. I'm sure he'll perk up around big time around tournament time, and he loves doing that, being out at the John Deere Classic. So,
yep.
I mean that's his.
Well, he's the boss.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we were talking about they ought to just give him a cart and let him drive around. Don't make him try to do anything volunteer. Just give him a cart and drive around. So shake hands and talk to me. Ronnie B.
I run into TC every once in a while. Cornelis.
Oh really? I haven't seen him for a while. Usually he plays once or twice at Duck, but I haven't seen him for a while. We just got our clubhouse remodeled. We're almost done with it. We got a little touch-ups here and there, but they finally carpeted all the way.
I played there earlier this year, and it was just getting going.
Yeah, it's we just got it carpeted all today. So you come out. Pat Anger walked in, and he goes, "Am I having a stroke?" he's like, "This is not the way it was the last time I was here," and he was coming out hit balls. That's Pat. He looks like he'd still be playing for the Colts, as big as he is.
Yeah, no shit.
My God, he's a big boy. And he just was it last spring we had.
He's working for the bank, isn't he?
I'm not sure where he's at, but
yeah, he's at the bank.
Really?
He's at the bank on 18th and Middle Road.
What's he tackling people as they get out of line or whatever?
No, he's like, yeah, you're going to spend your money here, and I'm going to smoke you in the face.
Well, they had Bob Sanders played last year out at Duck, and he's been retired for quite a few years, and he's got some freaking guns on him. They're gigantic. He'll
rip your neck off.
Oh yeah, and I mean, well, they called him the Hitman. That's why. Yeah, two guys there could hit. That's two guys, two linebackers or whatever you want to talk about. They could really tear you up.
You could be a Illinois fan, Notre Dame fan, Iowa State fan, Iowa fan. Doesn't make a difference. But just think about those guys that came out of that group.
Oh man,
it's amazing.
I would hate to get hit by either one of those guys. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
no shit.
I tell you, I don't being a quarterback nowadays. No thanks. I mean, you look at he played in the Pro-Am. He actually just got done playing with Trump. Peyton Manning. I mean, that last year, he was not healthy when he's throwing the ball, and he just eked it by and won. And I was like, I was happy to see him go out on top. I'm a Bears fan too, and I'm just like,
same here.
They're so depressing, and I'm like, is it going to be better since we got rid of Cutler? Is it going to be worse since we got rid of Cutler? What is it going to be? And then they go out and they make all those trades to move up one spot. That I think the guy would have been there if they wouldn't even have made the trades. So
move up one spot, move down two spots. Does it really make a difference if you don't have the right coordinator?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you could draft everybody.
Hey, as long as we don't have Mark Trestman, I'm fine.
Yeah. Think about the Cubs, though. We would, we had top draft pick. We didn't have shit until Theo got there and said, "This is the way it's going to go."
Yeah.
And then we got Madden.
Well, when Madden came available and they went after him, that's when I knew they were serious.
Yeah. But I mean, when you get Theo Epstein, who at that time, I think when he came into the league at that point, what was Theo, like 28?
Yeah. Man, talk about, he was young.
Yeah. Now look at him.
And what Cubs went, 4-game win streak now? They swept
4 games, and they got swept 6 before that, and they came off a 7-2 home streak. So
I tell you what, I mean, if they're right near it at the All-Star break, I'm gonna be happy. Because I mean they've had a bad first half. Nobody's hit. Schwarber has been in a funk like you wouldn't believe.
I agree. But Schwarber didn't play all last year.
No.
This is really his kind of his full first
season. Yeah, you're hoping he stay healthy. I just
correct.
I hope nothing happens to him knee wise. Hap has been just phenomenal for him as he's coming out.
Unreal.
Yeah,
he doesn't go down.
Yeah, and he's going to have to really learn how to play center field because he makes you sick watching him go back for a fly ball. But
you mean when he stumbles all the time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But at least he doesn't hop like what's his name? The left fielder used to do that all the time.
Soriano.
Oh my God, he used to make me so sick. I was like, can you just frickin' stand still?
Yeah, just catch the goddamn ball.
That's right. Catch the ball, then hop. Do all you want. Louie, welcome to the show. Hot Sauce Vault. Louie is with us tonight. So
who you got now?
Oh, he runs he's got a awesome site called HotSauceVault.com. He's a sponsor of my show and Arm Radio Global. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, you go on there, HotSauceVault.com. You can get anything you want. I mean, he's got gag gifts. He's got all kinds of things. Hot sauce from every level of pain tolerance you need. Yeah.
Okay, well, I like hot sauce.
Oh,
and pain,
check him out.
Pain is a different deal.
Yeah, check him out. He's got everything. I mean, he's got stuff all levels of hot. So if you got wimp sauce, yeah, you can get that. But he's got...
Well, that's my house. I keep the other stuff in the garage.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want the kids getting a hold of that, no.
Oh, hell no. Plus, if my wife gets a hold of one thing, then guess what? I don't get any action for a long time.
We went to Famous Days one night, way back. Yeah. And we went there. My daughter's like, I got to try everyone. So she's going through every sauce. She's doing, the the mild and everything.
Hot
and
and sassy,
and then she
mild or whatever.
tried
Yeah.
the, I don't know, a devil's spit or something like that or whatever. And
Yeah.
she was rubbing potatoes on her tongue. She was burnt so bad. And I was like, you wanted to try it. We tried to warn you. You know, she wouldn't listen. But, yeah.
You still got listeners on there?
Yeah, we're about ready to call. I got to call it. I'm a little over time, so.
All right. Well, here, I'll tell you one real fast story. Living in Los Angeles for 10 years, I go to this sushi bar basically every Friday night, and I like spicy stuff. So the sushi chef, Hide is his name. He says, "Hey, Peter-san." He goes, "I got some new hot stuff in town," and there was this guy from Louisiana. He always come back and forth, and he would always bring in these hot sauces. So he would put some hot sauce on my sushi. It was great. And he says, "Well, Jim brought some new hot sauce in," and this guy was just Jesus Christ. I can't even explain it, but he could eat anything. So he puts it on there, and I said, "Well, just give me a little bit on my little table there, and I'll put my chopstick in it." So he puts like a drop on there. So I put my chopstick in it, and I taste it, and my mouth is instantly going on fire. So I wipe my chopstick off with my napkin. My face is sweating like nobody's business. And now I decide to go to the bathroom to wipe my face off and, like, wash my face off. So I go do that, blah, blah, blah. While I'm in there, I did not wash my hands before I took a pee.
Major mistake.
Next thing you know, oh, she's on fire. I look at the girlfriend at the time, and I go, "We got to go." She's like, "Why? We just got here." I'm like, "We got to go." My wiener was, you might as well had a blowtorch on the thing. I couldn't get home fast enough.
Yep. I've heard about it before.
And then my little brother who lives across the street from you, kind of candy corner or whatever, he and I would go down there and same thing. We would chase each other home just because the shit was so hot. We had to ride our bikes as fast as we could to get there to who could go to the bathroom first.
Man, I'll tell you what, you don't mess with some of that stuff. You get it on you, and the problem is people don't realize it. You end up. I've seen guys where they get hot sauce on their napkins. You know, they'll be eating hot sauce, get on their fingers, and then they get on a napkin, wipe it on their face, and now their whole face is burning.
I did the same thing. I did hands, face, then the wiener, and then it was bad.
Yep. And there's nothing you can do for it. You know, that's the bad part of it. I sat in the shower on cold for like 20 minutes. It didn't help. Yeah, I was in Korea one time, and they gave me this thing that looked like a carrot. And they go, "Here, try this." And I was like, "Okay." And I took a bite, and it was it was like somebody lit jet fuel on fire in my mouth. I was like, "Holy crap!" And I couldn't get anything to stop it. And I'm like, "You're crazy. Why would you eat this?" You know? It was
a daikon radish.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so hot.
I'll guarantee you it was a daikon radish.
Oh, I'd never had anything so hot. It was almost the texture of a carrot, and I mean that savage hurt.
Yep. Absolutely. It's a daikon radish.
Oh.
Look it up. I love it. I actually love those.
Yeah. Well, we got to call it night. I'm almost 10 minutes over time, so thanks for calling in, Peter. And we'll do it again. Go Cubbies.
We'll be in touch.
There's your hat, Ronnie B. I wore the hat for you. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday night. Going to go out with, maybe this will be good for Ronnie B. I'm going to go out with this song here just because they were telling me I didn't know what I was talking about last week.